situated here.
We've got WatchMuH with his traditional Wario vampire setup. It seemed odd the first time I saw it. Now it just reminds me that everything is at least a little bit normal. dmwit informed us yesterday that he has gotten up to 1 furniture in his room, so that is a great achievement for him as well. Doesn't appear to be wearing his coveralls though, so that's actually good news for WatchMuH.
Or a wolf shirt.
Yes, indeed. So, and since I'm not the one playing, I don't know if we'll see the top time go down yet again for what is the 3rd day in a row.
We did have a record set last night. Frank absolutely blistered the first round block with the first sub 5.5 minute finish, going in at 5 minutes and I believe 21 seconds, something ridiculous. So really excited to see that. He's moved on. He's going to be facing the winner, I believe, of this match. No, not this match.
No, I believe it's... I'll have to look. It is the winner. Oh, it's Chris Bidwell. We're playing Chris Bidwell later.
Okay, so that's actually our main event a little bit later on here. We're just getting dmwit's board set up. Looks like we are all set for both players.
dmwit, of course, going to be playing on high with the music off. WatchMuH appears to be doing medium. I don't know if that's just for practice or if that's what he'll be doing as well. We'll have to wait and see what his music choices are.
All right, I think we're all set and good to go here. So let's get readies up from our players.
I think I'm ready from dmwit. We got a still ready from dmwit. Expect we'll see WatchMuH readying up here in just a moment.
Let me make sure he's paying attention to us. We are seeing... Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to make a joke that I can't say I blame him. This is a rather good run on this particular level, but unfortunately not the level that folks are not paying to see. Here we go. He's tapping out and getting ready to come up.
All right, so we have a ready from dmwit. We're just waiting on a ready from WatchMuH. Looks like he's just going to top out here. Doot. A Dave over for WatchMuH.
Oh dear. We're going to start that again. It is that time of year.
Dave Bull 2 coming next month. Get excited, folks. All right, we have a ready from WatchMuH.
WatchMuH playing on Fever, medium, dmwit on off and high, and it's 3, 2, 1 pills in the chat. And there goes dmwit. Oh, but the timer did not start.
dmwit did not start his timer, so we're gonna have to get a good starting point here.
Right. WatchMuH started and does have his timer going.
And I think that's due to the fact that he does usually use an auto splitter, so could very well be that he just forgot. But we will have to take into account his time here.
Absolutely happens to me all the time because I generally use an auto splitter as well. WatchMuH with a great cross there on the 7 and 8, and a triple to follow up with it.
Great tuck plays, those horizontal plays really commit to or really show commitment to efficiency from our players. And we're about to see a triple here from WatchMuH again. No, didn't get the tuck to go. Don't know if that was by design or just didn't get it to go. But he's already down to 3. dmwit down to 4. And keep in mind, WatchMuH started later. So we will have to take a factor in to when dmwit started. I'm sure we're going to have somebody on that. Just so
WatchMuH at a 104. Goodness, what a great run for that first round. First level.
Absolute blistering pace, and he is ahead of dmwit right now.
Indeed. Even with the later start, WatchMuH still managed to come ahead on this one.
And you see just some really good efficiency there, although that might have been a bit of a misplay in column 4 with that blue-yellow. We'll see what he does to work around that.
Right, judging from the follow-up, I'd have to agree with you on that. dmwit, meanwhile, trying to... Oh, not too sure about that yellow-red play either, but I was going to say he's making short work of this level 7, but a bit of a troubling start for both of our players.
Okay, we've been told dmwit is about 10 seconds ahead, so keep that in mind. Ooh, a great combo by dmwit, well, just eliminating 6 viruses.
This is why I'm not playing the second round today. That was definitely by design.
Meanwhile, 5 viruses to go here. We get that under clear from WatchMuH. A little bit of garbage drop, but nothing too terrible. Just about maybe a second and a half of time spent doing nothing. But just 2 more reds for WatchMuH, and WatchMuH will be out at a 234.
Very good time. That is, I mean, that's just a great time no matter what you're doing. And dmwit with the combo set up. Now it's just down to some reds.
And you're probably going to be wanting to clear that that 1 over in 2 first, because just of its lower altitude, just in case there's a drop. But dmwit manages to get it done out at about a 219, or excuse me, about a 319.
I wasn't even going to pretend to do that math. If we need math, we can always call on Savage or John.
Yeah. 24 viruses to go here. A clustered board, but good opportunities for low drop clears on that left side for WatchMuH. Meanwhile, dmwit also playing with a clustered board, but has essentially a virus blockade in row number 4.
Yeah, he just managed to get that taken care of. Looks like he's bringing it down. That one piece of blue garbage on top of the yellow is really going to cause him some issues, because there's not an easy... Well, barring a double blue, there wasn't going to be an easy way to get that taken care of.
And it looks like WatchMuH really leaning on those underclears to get through what's left of this 15. He's got 2 big clusters. The one on that right side, column 7 and 8, going to be a bit troublesome. The good news for him is there's 2 doubles, which will make clearing a little bit of that easier, as he's down to 8 viruses. Meanwhile, dmwit with a horizontal triple, really starting to get things fired up here. He's really going to have to open up that lower corner. I think he's eyeballing some horizontal clears. But really, this Spire out on 7 and 8 is really slowing the top-ranked player down, as WatchMuH out at a 432.
Still just keeping that incredibly strong pace. WatchMuH, if I'm not mistaken, has one of the best times on the Super Nintendo version of Dr. Mario, which would have explained why he was so late coming into this particular tournament, but has just been making great waves ever since coming on and joining a few months ago.
WatchMuH's always been a very strong player, although he's playing a little dangerously here. If he's playing high speed, that would be especially dangerous. Manages to get that stack down. dmwit is out at about a 517, so he is down virus count by about 15 viruses, Zook, as we hit the home stretch here in game 1.
Yep, I think WatchMuH's got a really good chance at this one if he just maintains decent board health. Of course, that double yellow is not going to help very much.
And having that cluster of blue all the way on his right side, whether it's viruses or pills, also going to be a little bit of a concern. Looks like he's going to be setting up for that horizontal. Gets that sandwich double, and now starting to really attack that right side.
Dimwit, meanwhile, has a lot of red to deal with, and it just isn't getting a lot of help in that department. Nice cross clear, though, to get rid of some of the garbage and really to stack up his garbage. That's a skill we don't talk about very much, the ability to stack up your garbage so that whenever whatever you happen to have, it just all disappears at once.
I like this end game by WatchMuH. He has everything set up. He just needs to tuck 2 reds. As long as he's careful, he's got this easy game 1 victory, and he'll be out at a 621.
Very nice. So WatchMuH will take our first game. And Dimwit shouldn't be too far behind. Looks like he would assume he's going to take that blue in a horizontal, assuming he can get the blue that he needs. Here's one. I didn't know if he was going to try to tuck underneath that blue. That's the play I would have made, but again, and he did it that time. It's the double blue and the red, and is out probably about 15 to 20 seconds later.
We'll get an official time here in a little bit, but very clearly WatchMuH is ready to go here as he's taking game 1, looking to take Dimwit out early.
Not a position we're used to seeing Dimwit in, but getting more common with not just him, but with all of our top players. And that's just a testament to how strong the fields are starting to get. That all of our top players are having to fight for their lives in every match.
Well, and also you take a look at it here, and by the way, our seedings on the screen are incorrect. WatchMuH's the 8, Dimwit's the 9, but Dimwit has been in the lower seed of each of his past couple brackets. He was the 16th seed last month, so
I was gonna say it felt like a fluke run. I went back and watched it afterwards. I was shocked to see it, but sometimes the RNG is just not there for you. All right, we've got readies from both of our players. Countdown, and here goes Dimwit. Timer starts, no problem. WatchMuH just a second or two behind, and both boards with a lot of opportunities early, a lot of good color diversity on the boards. I think they've both got a chance to have a lot of fun with these early levels.
Dimwit's a bit yellow light right now, as he's only got really a couple that are exposed on that top line. He can tuck down for a triple if he wants to, but now it looks like he has started to open up the board. But it is a slight virus lead here for WatchMuH as we are in the first 30 seconds of the second game.
I'm a little concerned on WatchMuH's side about that column in column 5. That could be concerning. We'll have to wait and see what it is that he does with that. All of your verticality being in that one space can be a bit of a concern, as Dimwit is keeping his low. Yes, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to agree with you on that. But it looks like WatchMuH has opened up that board a little bit. What I really liked is how he dealt with that overhanging red garbage, minimized that drop time. But it looks like 2 viruses to go here for Dimwit, 5 to go for WatchMuH. This one's a little bit more tighter. Dimwit out first at a minute 21, but also at a minute 21, out is WatchMuH. So as far as the clock goes, these two players in a dead heat.
Virtual tie, and that's what we'd expect from these two players, just trading blows back and forth.
Dimwit is very blue heavy on the top of his board, but a lot of opportunities for horizontal doubles on those bottom 3 rows. Meanwhile, WatchMuH, a bit more of a scattered board, not a lot of opportunities for doubles or low altitude clears, but still making some stuff work here.
Absolutely, and this seems to be the seed for WatchMuH for Spiral in 5, because he's got another one. Not a whole lot of nowhere to dump his garbage at the moment. I'm sure he's very grateful for that double red, and is probably wishing that another red pill will just show up. As Dimwit, again, keeping his board low, very low. He's got a little bit going up top.
You saw that long drop clear from WatchMuH. That dropped 8 rows.
Oh,
It's about a quarter of a second for each row that fragments have to drop. So that's 2 seconds where you're not clearing anything. So that's why we always talk about drop time. Is it's can make or break a good run.
it really can, and that leads into the need to keep an eye on exactly where each, the order in which you're doing everything. Taking that's why we say this particular pill is probably going to be the last one that goes, because that's just the most efficient way that we can see to do these things.
Dimwit waiting on a blue, getting it out at about a 3:07. And it looks like WatchMuH out at a 3:10, so just 3 seconds between these players. Dimwit seems to have turned on the jets here as he's taken a slight lead.
Partner, I think we may be looking at ourselves a decider on this one as well. But there's still an entire... Oh, we're only on 8. Yeah, they're moving so fast. I think I've conflated the last 2 runs. It's kind of... It's hard to believe we're only on 8 now, the way they've been playing.
These two are some of the best at what they do. Again, these players both in the top 10, both very, very efficient players. We're starting to see WatchMuH just consecutively 2 pills clearing out 4 viruses, and now another double, really starting to he's taken the virus lead rather with this bit of a double surge he's on. And he's going to drop down, clear 3 more out down to 13, and now looks like he's going to hit single digits first, too.
Yeah, I think that is going to be... he's going to be making a good run out of this one. Dimwit trying to take care of the things going on in that bottom right corner, manages to get a double taken care of, but that red in the bottom right corner is going to be giving him a little bit of trouble until he can get... I thought he might have done that with the double blue, but should have it cleared out. Now he can get access to it, but even then, it's not a free... I say that and he finds a way to get through it, but not a free access to it yet.
WatchMuH blazed through the end of that 8 out at a 4:33. So WatchMuH now has taken a considerable lead over Dimwit. And again, as far as championship standings go, Dimwit's in with the first seed. So this is him again playing for pride. But WatchMuH looks to be off to a bit of a struggle here on the start of his 9. A lot of garbage stacked up on that right side.
Indeed. Dimwit managed to get out at 5 minutes flat. And WatchMuH, well, by the time I can look over and kind of check the garbage for WatchMuH, he's already taken care of all of it, except for one small yellow half piece.
And now WatchMuH not really having a lot to do with blue-red, so he's had to pitch that off to the side. Looks like he might be setting up for the double. He's going to get a drop cross. Really nicely done here. Might be hunting for a double yellow, or he's just going to eat the garbage in row 5. He's down to 16. Dimwit at 26 here as we are at about the 6-minute mark.
Dimwit's issue is that there's just a lot of clustered colors on his board. He doesn't have a lot of spaces for multicolored pills. That's, again, in the amount of time it took me to say that, he's finding ways to fix that, and I sound like a fool now, but in fact, at the beginning of his board, it was a lot of blues together, a lot of reds together, and he is going to be making his way through here. It's 4 pill difference. It's going to be close.
And WatchMuH's essentially forced here to start clearing these blues, or at least the blue left side of row 1 horizontally. But it looks like he's going to be taking this one home here. But I wanted to say is out at a 6:35, and that will be match for WatchMuH. You say about things happening while we're calling them, and then you look and you're a fool. Welcome to Dr. Mario Commentary, Ook.
Oh yeah. I call this game Existential Dread, the video game, so I figured commentating's not all that different, as Dimwit is out at still a sub 7, a 6:56.
But WatchMuH takes the sweep here, and Dimwit not advancing, but we will definitely see him. He is that top seed for our championships next month. But when we come back, our next match will be John Dat Flindo versus The Dave. We'll be joined by Ethan in the booth here. Everybody give a shout out to Ook. You can follow him on twitch.tv/Ook the Library. Does a lot of variety streaming, not just Dr. Mario. Be sure to give him a check. And we'll be seeing Ook a little bit later. But we're going to take a short break. When we come back, John Dat Flindo versus The Dave. Don't go anywhere.